All right, I'm going to get going here in a little bit. Let me know in the chat if you can't hear me or if the quality's bad. I've got a different way to do this time. Yesterday was pretty crazy. Well, 2 days ago was pretty crazy trying to get this all set up. But I'm at school. For those of you that don't know, I'm also a high school teacher. So school's over and I'm still in my classroom. I've got some stuff to do later. So I just thought I'd do this here and kind of get an idea of my room. There's Disney stuff everywhere. But hi, Ken. How are you? I've got some just tidbits to talk about today. Hi, Stacy. And I will break down the free dining for you, give you my advice. I know some of you may be having a hard time finding what you want, and go through some of the things that have changed. And I will break all that down for you. And then at the end, ask any questions you guys would like in the chat, and I can get to those at the end. I've got the Disney website pulled up to screen share with you to kind of show you exactly what is included and what isn't included on the free dining this year. All right, let's start with the dates. And just like last year, Disney decided that October was going to be excluded from these free dining promotions. Okay, I think a lot of us figured that. I've noticed a lot of my clients that did book in October, I tried to steer them away from it just in case, because once Disney starts a pattern, they do continue it for a while. So I don't know if we'll ever see October back in the free dining. It's a really busy time for them, so why offer a promotion if everyone's going anyway? There's also Halloween and the marathons and the food and wine festivals going on, so they don't necessarily need to do a promotion there. In May. Oh, you're going in May? That is so quick. I won't be going again until November, but I'm going to go ahead and screen share what the Disney website has and talk to you guys that way really quick here. Just give me a second. Okay, so what is going on is these are the types of resorts that Disney offers if you are unaware of the different types of categories. We've got villas, deluxe, moderate, and value. And what Disney has done is on their site, you can see the dates that are included and then the resorts that are going to be getting the option to, even though here's the big thing that's different this year. If you notice, it says deluxe and deluxe villas have the free Disney dining plan. And what used to free regular dining. So values and moderates now only get the quick. And it's got the resorts here. One key thing to note is this in particular, because this is a very popular resort on my end. A lot of clients book this resort. The second half of the free dining, which is November and December, Riverside does not get that. They are only eligible from 8/21 to 9/30. That's a big downer for a lot of you. So if you want the regular dining plan, you can do the upcharge, and I'll go over how much that is here in a second. But essentially, this breaks it all down for you, your dates, and it's a little earlier in August this year. That's good. So August into all of September, late November, middle, only 2 days after Thanksgiving, and then the middle part of December. So not bad. It's pretty similar to last year's. Now, what we can determine from this is that Disney, with the quick being replaced, I'm concerned that they're trying to get away from this free dining. I don't know if you guys have done a ton of research on whether or not you think this is disappearing. I know a lot of people vlog about it, but that worries me a little bit that this is going to disappear at some point. All right, so some exclusions that were not necessarily on there. You may have had to look in the fine print for it. Campsites cannot get free dining there. The reasoning for that, people used to, before they had some of the exclusions, would rent just a tent location at the campgrounds and then get free dining for the whole week and stay somewhere else, off property. So they have excluded campsites for good because people were abusing the system, I think, a little bit. 3-bedroom villas, so some of your finer villa resorts, those do not work. the Polynesian specifically is the one I think of. Little Mermaid standard rooms have yet to have a promotion at all. So if you're considering going and you just want that room, just keep in mind it's probably not going to have any kind of promotion, specifically not free dining especially. The bungalows, the All-Star Movies, which sometimes has been offered, sometimes it's not. So this year in 2017, the All-Star Movies are not included in free dining. And Port Orleans French Quarter is not included. So Riverside is only for the first half. The new Fort Wilderness Villa Resort, the Copper Creek, Bay Lake Tower, which is the villas at Contemporary, and the Grand Floridian Villas. Those are all excluded. Okay, so what I was doing for the first day this was released is on the phone with people in the morning when I wasn't in school, and online trying to get my clients the update. And just like every year, it's a little hectic on that first day, so don't get discouraged if you were unable to find anything. I encourage that you keep looking. I was able to get almost every single one of my clients traveling at that time free dining. Maybe not the first day, but as I continued to look. So again, that's a perk too. If you don't want to have to call Disney and wait on hold for 2 hours, I do that for you. It's easy to just get on hold and sit and then wait. I'll take care of you guys. All right, so what I have noticed, if you're wanting to go in the November time, I've been looking for lots of different clients to see like availability for that stuff. The November 14th through the 19th, I think is the date, 20th. So 14th through the 20th is like a good week that most people are looking for because that's when free dining is first offered in that month. Not a lot of availability there. Now keep in mind on these dates, you just have to check in on one of those dates. You don't have to stay that length of time. It just has to be when you check in. So what I have found is if you check in November 19th and just however long you want to stay, I have found tons of availability. And here, I'll write the site in the chat as you guys are going. So the 19th has been really good. So 19th, and you need to stay, I think, a minimum of 3 nights, and then you have to have at least 2 day, and they have to be park hopper tickets. So I have also noticed that clients are having to upcharge for the tickets, especially if they only had the base tickets when they applied. They have to add the hopper and then get the free dining. So it's not as big as a savings as some think. I'm just going to put and search for free dining. Or if you look for the discounts that are available, it's on the list right there for you to look at. So yeah, so the 19th has been a really good time to look. What else? Let's see. December has been pretty good. I was able to find quite a bit. September, again, you have the whole month to try to work with. Was able to find quite a bit there. Some resorts that I have not found any availability yet. I was unable to find anything for my Contemporary clients. Polynesian, I did get lucky, got some there. Wilderness Lodge, I haven't been able to help some of the clients there. We've had to think about switching resorts. And Pop Century was very limited, but I was able to find a few. Okay, so moderates, 0. I got lucky with one client. We were able to switch from the Port Orleans Riverside to the Coronado, but that's the only one I've been able to find. If you guys are unaware, Caribbean Beach is having a refurb, so it's closing their food court, and people were booking there because they were offering that gift card, $75 per night you stay. That no longer is an option. You had to have booked in by March. So people were going to double dip and get the free dining and that gift card. Well, there's barely anything available there unless you want a pirate room. I don't necessarily encourage that. They're double beds, and they're in the furthest rooms on the property, but it'll save you some money if that's all they have available. So Port Orleans Riverside, even on the dates it is included, I haven't found anything. All right, so I have some key points here that I've made, like just some notes on the free dining, and then I'll leave it up to you guys to type in any questions you have about anything. It doesn't have to necessarily fit with free dining. But again, I'm really optimistic about this. I've been able to get a lot of money saved for some families. So people complain about availability, but you got to think on the other hand, Disney's offering this for you. So you can't really say a whole lot. One of the key things I like to tell people, do not book your trip months in advance thinking you're going to get free dining, because Disney will surprise you every time and you'll get disappointed. So don't calculate what you think your discount will be, and don't anticipate what the dates are until it's official. So don't get your hopes up on the free dining if you're thinking about going in future years. Availability is extremely limited. Don't get frustrated. A lot of the Disney resorts are great. Try a different one if you've booked one already and it doesn't have it open. You need to make sure you have at least 2-day park hopper, and then you can add the park hopper plus option. It's not required though. And if you're going to upcharge, so if you are at a value or a moderate, if you are going to get the free quick, you're going to pay an extra $20 per adult and about $4 per child per day to get the regular dining plan for free. So does anyone have any questions for me? Sometimes I get asked, what is free dining? Essentially, that's going to be that Disney's going to offer you one of the dining plans for free. I guess I should have said that at the beginning. I just assumed if you're watching, you already kind of know what's happening on the Disney front when it comes to what free dining is and if you can take advantage of that. You do have to stay on property to get the dining plan. It's another question I get often. All right, let me scroll through the chat. Thanks, guys, for sticking around and hanging out. I'm sorry about earlier if you guys were on here a couple days ago. Okay, I'm going to Disney World in May. Which quick service is good for me? This is from Ken. Ken, are you into, a lot of people think only quick service offer like fast food type things. I have like one in each park that I usually gear toward people that just don't want hamburgers and hot dogs. I really like Columbia Harbor House. Not me personally, I'm not a seafood person, but I recommend it. It's got a variety of things for good value there. Epcot, anything in World Showcase that's a quick service, awesome. And Hollywood Studios, they're taking quite a bit out. I don't necessarily have a favorite there. ABC Commissary maybe. And then Animal Kingdom, the new one that's coming in Pandora looks amazing. And then Yak and Yeti is always good. I always recommend that one too. I don't know if the cheeseburger egg rolls are back. I've never had those. Where are those at? Are they in Epcot? If it's a food or a spring festival kind of thing, I know the Frushi was a big deal, and we were like a couple days late after the spring festival last year, and we missed the Frushi. So let me know where the cheeseburger egg rolls are at. I want to try those. Let's see. Have you heard about the new gondola system? I did. I posted that on my Facebook page. Do you think that will make, I don't know if it'll change the price in it. I think it'll make it harder to book those locations, especially if they do that. I'm kind of excited about that. My dad was like a huge fan of the Skyway, so this is kind of, I mean, we never got to do it when we were at Disney World. It was there. I think I was too young to get on it, or I was terrified. But I think that's cool that they're thinking about doing that. I'm guessing if they do eventually have that gondola system to be transporting people at value resorts, yeah, they might even not necessarily, they might not even call them values anymore, because they do have that option to have that transportation. So yeah, that does worry me, but I don't think so. I know they're thinking about maybe looking at a new resort. I don't know if you guys saw the rumors about the Star Wars resort. Yep, sign me up for that. Okay, staying at Hop 3 nights, 4 base tickets, and a park hopper, blah, 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 blah. First trip, not sure we are going to Hop. Is it worth it when we are doing character dining? So you're asking, this is from Chris, are you asking if it's worth it to upgrade to the regular dining plan or to even get the free dining plan? What resort are you staying at or thinking about staying at? I always recommend the regular dining plan, especially if you are going to do character dining. I think it saves you some money either way. I mean, if you're gonna dine with characters, what is that, like 35 to 50 a plate, especially at dinner? So yes, I highly recommend, like, even if you're gonna like stay in the values, upgrade to the regular dining plan to get more food that way. They book the dining plan or they don't book it at all. I don't really have a ton of people that book the quick service plan. Okay, I had someone ask me in a previous question about transportation, and to talk about that here in a second. Let's see, Pop Century. Yeah, if you can get Pop Century, I would, yes, definitely get the free dining, upgrade it if you're gonna do character dining. I've made all the plans. How much can I save if I redo? I'm not sure what that says, Paul. If you want to, does it say redo? Stephanie, I'm going to Disney in December. What's the earliest? Good question, Stephanie. Okay, and I'll probably be doing a video about this soon. Disney releases their rates for the next year in June of 2017. So if you want to book 2018 trips, June is when they're going to release 2018 rates. and you can book 499 days in advance. So in June, you more than likely can't book like the November and December. You'll have to wait until those are released. But yes, if you are wanting to work with me, I've already got an ongoing list for 2018, and I just send like a planning email about a month before and ask for like all your details that you've already thought about, and then I email you the day that they do release those. And I've booked tons of trips on the day that like 2018 trips are going. Hi, Robert. Okay, Shannon, we switched from the Contemporary to the Animal Kingdom for the same amount of money with free dining. That is amazing. Man, I wanted to stay at the Contemporary forever. I know it's beautiful and it's like it's the original and it's like prime location, but I don't know, just there's something about Animal Kingdom Lodge that just the decorations in general I think would be more beneficial. I know the transportation's a little different, but that's really cool that you got to move. What kind of room did you get, Shannon? Did you get a Savannah View or did you get a standard? Yeah, free dining's awesome. If you get it like exactly on the dates that you want, it's amazing. Does Disney do any transportation to Universal Studios? They do not. Disney is not affiliated with that park at all, so I usually encourage Uber. It is going to be the cheapest. Or if you're going to go multiple days, to maybe look into car rental. And if you're staying on Disney property, Disney has a car rental on property. They'll pick you up, take you to their Disney Car Care Center, and rent the car. It's Alamo National Rentals, I believe, and then they will let you rent the car, and when you're done with it, take it back. They'll bus you to your resort. So usually Ubers are cheaper. I've priced that out. It seems like it's only $15 to $20 one way to go to Universal from Disney. All-Star Movies. All-Star Movies is not going to be on the free dining plan. So I think you can save, if you have the dining plan already on your reservation, I would look into maybe looking into All-Star Music and see if you can save some money there, Paul. Because free dining for even like my value guests have saved $500 or so, just depending on how long you're staying. And you're going for a few days. So I would look into it. You just may need to change your dates or change your resort. Savannah View, awesome. Jealous. Okay. Just joined. Sorry if you already said this. I have a reservation to stay at the Caribbean Resort. Sorry, guys. I read aloud. It's my teacher and me. Hey, Rick. Hey, Sharon. I'll be with you guys in a second. I have a reservation. Caribbean Resort, 5 days in May. Nope. Free dining is only going to be August through December. So those are the only dates that are available right now. For May, I think some of them have already expired, but you need to look into maybe summer promotions. So if you did that on your own, you'll have to call Disney. If you work with someone, you'll have to contact them and they can help you. I want to know if your star stands for get for star. What is while you have that, let me pull that back up. I'm not sure. I don't have the dates memorized on when free dining is. That's pretty irresponsible of me. Okay. Yes, you have to check in the day that the promotion starts. So since it's December 8th, you do have to check in that day. If you guys did the 7th, Rick, if you guys checked in the 7th and needed to because of work or whatever, we could do like a room only on the 7th, and then you could do a separate package the 8th to whenever and get free dining for that. I've had guests do that where they have to fly in on a certain day because of, flights are cheaper. They're going to fly in on one day, maybe stay near the airport or stay on another Disney property just for that one night. And then we start their tickets and their meals on the 8th because that's when the free dining starts. Yes, Paul, you'll need to contact Disney if you book directly with them to change your trip. Wow, you got to stay at the Poly too, Shannon? Super jealous. December is the best. I'm excited. We're going in late November this year. I'm able to go with a bunch of other agents that I work with, and I'm getting like all emotional about it. I've never been during Christmas, and I get to take my mom and my dad and my sister, so I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to go late November into December, so if any of you are there, you can say hey. The parties, the Mickey's Not So Scary and the Christmas party, I believe are going on sale later in May. They have already released dates, Robert, so if you haven't seen those dates yet, they are on the Disney website. I've also posted them on my Facebook page. Cool. Yep, if you're lucky enough to get free dining and the $75 Caribbean Beach Resort discount, that's pretty impressive. I know some people were able to do it. I switched someone into a standard. I just saw one randomly pop up, and they already had the $75 discount too. It's a pretty good deal. Okay. So the transportation. She just wanted like a basic rundown of the transportation system. I do have a video about that, but it's pretty much, if you can picture this, if you have to go to any Disney hotel, you need to go to a theme park first. Okay, say I'm staying at Pop Century and I have dining reservations at Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary. I'm gonna go from Pop Century on a bus to Magic Kingdom, and then I'm either gonna walk or take the monorail to the Contemporary. You cannot go from resort to resort. You're gonna have to go to a theme park, Disney Springs, or take an Uber. I mean, it is quicker. Take an Uber to the resort you need to go to, especially if you've got like reservations, you know, really early in the morning, like at 7:30 in the morning. And then if you need to go from Disney Springs to a park, they do have that transportation, I believe, after 4 p.m. And they change that often. I think they're getting ready to, well, they still have, if you have park hoppers, they do have transportation like to like a special area in the back where you can get in from resort to resort, so you don't have to rely on that stuff. Awesome. All right, keep the questions coming, guys. I can be on here till 5. I've got volleyball practice at 5 o'clock, so keep them coming. I'll stick with you. Can you upgrade your dining if you get it for free? Yeah, so say I have the free quick service plan and I want to make sure to get the sit down one because I'm dining with characters and I want to save some money. Yeah, you just pay the upgrade fee. It's really easy. And if you already even have that dining on there, Disney it'll automatically do that. It's not going to bump you down to the whatever the dining plan is that's free. It'll keep it on there and show you what your price is. So yeah, Andrea, if you book through Disney, just call them and just tell them you just want to upgrade it if you already have the quick. First time ever at the end of semester staying at Pop for 5 days with Park Hopper. I love Pop Century. That's like my favorite value. A lot of people say values in general just discuss them for some reason, but I mean, sometimes you're not in a room long enough, you know, to want to enjoy it. So, and you want to go to Disney cheap because you want to be there for quite a while. Pop's the go-to that I pick for most of my clients. Art of Animation, I would, just because it's newer, but again, the promotions never really fit with the Little Mermaid. So to make the most of your trip, it's really hard if it's your first time. In September especially, September is going to be difficult to predict because of crowds and weather. Are you going in early September? If so, you got to watch out for the pre-Labor Day stuff. If you're going late September, the weather starts to get better. You've got some cool things to check out there. Just don't over-plan yourself, especially if it's your first time. You want to make sure to pick out like your favorites, do those, relax, have fun, don't stress. You can go back some other time, but yeah, it's really difficult for your first time. But 5 days, I would definitely go to Magic Kingdom twice. That's my recommendation. Even if you're an adult, yep, that's me, always going. Do you have any users that you recommend? Taxi, yellow cabs also an option. Yeah, taxi, I have looked up taxis. They seem to be a little higher, and depending on, you know, like how many people you have, and if you need a car seat and all that kind of stuff, you need to consider that. I do not have any Uber users to recommend. That's a good question. I should probably start compiling those because I know my family are going to be jumping to go check Harry Potter out while I'll be with my friends at Disney, and they will probably be able to hook me up with that. So no, I don't have any, but I should start doing that. Okay. Can I book my dining and then book my package, including dining plan? Will it charge my credit card? Can I book dining and then book my package? Oh, good question, Ken. You don't get charged for any of your dining reservations, whether you're on or off the dining plan. So if you wanted to make all your reservations now and then decide to add dining later, perfectly fine. The only reservations that do require a payment up front are going to be those character meals that maybe take 2 credits. So like Cinderella's Royal Table, Mickey's Barbecue, Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, and the Spirit of Aloha all require a prepayment. Everything else just takes a credit card to hold it. They do not charge. Now, I have had some clients where maybe $1 does show up. I don't know if it's like the card company or what, but yeah, they do not charge your credit card when you book a dining reservation. Now, if you book a ton of them just to have them, keep in mind that you have to cancel them 24 hours before. They charge $10 per person on that card. Do you recommend park hopping for the first time? Ooh, that's a coin flip. Sometimes I don't, because if you're going to want to go to every single park and try to do as much as you can, you're not going to have time to park hop. However, if you're going for a short amount of time and you maybe want to dine with the princesses at Akershus, but you want to be sure to be in Magic Kingdom in the morning for extra magic hours, yeah, you'll need park hopping. So if you're going to stay more than 5 days, I don't recommend it because I think you can get it all done. If you're going for a short time for a first timer, yes. Because I know people give a lot of crud for Animal Kingdom, but because saying it's not worth it, but I'm stoked for the Pandora stuff. I do have a Facebook page. It is MickeyTravels Amber Travis will be my Facebook page. I post a ton of stuff there. Links to my videos are there. All kinds of stuff. Haven't been to Disney in 17 years. Oh, I've been going for about that long. First time I went, I was 9, and we went every other day. Yeah, right. Every other year for a while. And then once my husband and I got married, we've tried to go every other year. It's turned into almost like every year. He's not the happiest about that, but then once he gets there, it's fine. This summer, we are taking a break. We're going to do some football stuff this summer. When you go to Disneyland. Yeah, I saw. Did you guys see Johnny Depp was on Pirates of the Caribbean today? I told my kids that in class, and they just made fun of me because I was so excited about it. He's an animatronic on the ride, but he actually went on the ride and started doing animatronic moves and then just got up and started walking toward people. That's insane. You're going at a good time, September 23rd to 28th. That's going to be a really good time. You guys going to Mickey's Not So Scary too? So that'd be pretty cool. When's the best time to go with family for 11 adults and 4 kids? Well, if you want to do Mickey's Not So Scary, I can tell you that the ones that sell out the quickest are going to be the ones closer to Halloween. And like I told you before, October is really hard to get free dining because they may not offer it. So Miss Handy Amber, nice name. I would recommend any time in September, maybe later just because of weather. I took a cab seat a couple of times from the All-Star Sports during my stay last year, and it worked out well. Good deal. Yeah, sometimes it just depends. And the cool thing about Disney is even if you have that early reservation, you may not even have to pay for that Uber. They just want to make sure you get there, so they may take care of it. That just varies on resort. I've had a couple clients that I told to ask, and they were able to get there without any problem. Disney took care of them and gave them a voucher to go ride the taxi. All right. Hi, Kathy. I have 6 nights with the dining plan in September for people. Ooh. Okay. So your discount, you only got. Yeah, that you should have saved more. Did you have to change your room type? I'm guessing that's what happened. Florida discount will probably not maybe save you a ton. Did you have to put tickets? You have to have tickets on your reservation to get free dining. So if you're a Florida resident, yeah, it might equal out because you'll be paying less for the tickets. Kathy, if you've booked less than 30 days ago and have not paid in full, contact me and I'll talk to you more about it. But if you've booked a long time ago and got this all set up, I would just call Disney and see if they can maybe give you any advice to that. Because it seems like you should have saved more. Okay, September 18th, 23rd. Yes, September, late September, I highly recommend it. And if anyone on here is from Florida, let me know about whether or not you agree or disagree with that. Because unfortunately, I don't ever get to go in the fall because I'm teaching. We are driving down this time, so I don't, people complain about just transportation in general and how long the bus rides are. I feel like 10 minutes you can get from any resort to a park. And that's anywhere with the bus. Would it be best to park at Epcot and hop on the monorail? Well, staying on property, you get free parking anyway. So you might if you're going to want your car and not have to take the bus, I think they're about equal. Just, you have to remember waiting for the bus too. That could be quite a bit. I think Animal Kingdom has that one bus stop, but then they also pick up at the villas. So something to consider. If you have the dining plan, Robert, you don't have to prepay for Cinderella. Yeah, you only prepay for Cinderella if you are not on the dining plan. Yeah, it just takes your credit if you don't. Hi, Jennifer. Can you upgrade from the free quick service to the deluxe? Yes, I have clients who were staying at a value and they have the deluxe plan. Let me see. I've got these numbers over here that I just use all the time. So if the quick service plan is $48 per adult, the deluxe dining plan is $106 per adult. So you just subtract the 106 from 48 and there's your upcharge per day. So if you have any kids deluxe is $39 and the quick service is like $21. So there's not a huge upcharge there. The main difference between the deluxe plan, obviously, for those that don't know, is you guys get the appetizer with your meal and you have 3 sit-down meals a day. Not going to the Halloween party. I hear that one's pretty awesome. I'm excited about the Christmas party. I get to finally go to that. You guys work with Canadians? I do. I have worked with a couple Canadians. I have a fellow YouTuber who is Canadian. She has her and her significant other have a channel about their Disney experiences, and they have some tips too. And I've booked them a few times. The main difference is Canadians do have some special discounts. I just call a special number to get that for you. So, yep, I can work with Canadians. I've worked with people from London. I've worked with people from Brazil, Argentina, all over the world, and that's just because of YouTube. You guys are pretty awesome, and contact me when you see me on here. I really appreciate it. Hi, Army Wife. Let's see. Okay. I think the other thing I have coming up on this channel, and I just want to make sure if anyone else has any requests. I always ask for that because I know there's different things. And if some of you are AP holders and you want a video about that, I do have, let's see, I've got things to know once you arrive at the Disney Resort is my next video segment. I've been trying to do videos every 2 weeks. My life's pretty hectic during the school year. Summer's about to start. Today, we have 3 weeks from today, I'm out of school. So I will be hoping to put more videos up. But 2 weeks, every 2 weeks I try to put one up. So in probably a couple Mondays, I'll have that video up. All right, couple more questions. What do you think about Wilderness Lodge? Okay, my honest opinion about Wilderness Lodge, and this might offend some of you guys. Okay, do you think the cost is okay with the service that they give you, or do you compare it? Wilderness Lodge is a deluxe. It is a ferry ride to the Magic Kingdom. It is more reasonable in price than the other deluxes. That and Animal Kingdom Lodge I price for most of my clients that are looking for deluxes because it is so affordable. And I do compare it to the Polynesian and Grand Floridian for amenities and whatnot. It's just those two are right on the monorail, so they're more expensive. However, I am from Missouri. We have a little store here, and I think it's all over, but it originated, I believe, here, called Bass Pro. And so when I step into the Wilderness Lodge, it just reminds me of that. And so I don't have any inkling to ever want to stay there just because that is this area. We are hunting and fishing all the time. So not my cup of tea. The cabins as well at Fort Wilderness, I don't know if I'd ever stay there either. Just maybe if we had like a lot of people together. But the bedding there is not the greatest for people at Fort Wilderness. It's not the greatest for people with larger families, but you guys, I actually, Goofy is probably going to be one of my favorites too. But I mean, Mickey's everywhere here. He's up here. He's hanging out up in my classroom. And then you can see Mrs. Potts and there's Pluto. But all kinds of stuff in my room. I was going to bring my pins out. And then Nemo, I don't know if you can see him. I'm covering him up. Nemo and friends are over there. But yeah, I like Donald. I'm not a huge fan of any one of the Fab Five. I'm more of a Beauty and the Beast, Monsters, Inc. kind of buff. So, but yeah, I would agree Goofy. Can I use a dining plan credit for a Fantasmic dinner package at Hollywood and Vine? Yes, and that's an excellent use of a credit because it's only one table service credit, and you get the voucher for the show. So consider that one, the Fantasmic. And then also consider there is a Festival of Fantasy at Tony's in Magic Kingdom that does the same kind of thing. One table service credit. Now, the thing that people confuse, it's just you get a voucher to go sit somewhere. It's the same place the Fast Pass people sit. And I've seen, there's another YouTuber I watch who was really disappointed with the spot they get because it's only a designated area and people are standing up and you're kind of blocked in some way. So it's, if you want to use, you're going to eat there anyway, yes, get it. I would not use a Fast Pass for Fantasmic. Okay. Ooh, driving from Pennsylvania. How far is that? Oh, yeah, I guess I should read. 17-hour drive. That's not bad. Probably leave the state on the 20th. Yeah, how do you feel about Pop? Love Pop. Pop Century is my favorite value. Keep in mind, and some people, post some pretty crazy things about the values at Disney because of the cleanliness, but it is Florida. The doors are external entry, so there are going to be bugs that are just around. I mean, Disney's not dirty, so if that stuff happens, it's because it's Mother Nature and they crawled into the room on accident. They're like not bed bugs. That's something that people have said, but that's any hotel. Pop Century is clean, so ignore those reviews. I really love it. It's in walking distance to Art of Animation, so you can go over there and check things out. Can't use their pools, but you can check some stuff out. How busy is it over the end of March or May? I have been the very end of May. They usually have a 24-hour event at the end of May. They used to have Star Wars weekends, and we would go there. Not so bad. We just experienced crowds because of the Star Wars event. But I definitely recommend that. Not a lot of schools get out as early as Missouri schools, so they're in till like mid-June. So I think that end of May is really fine. It's gonna start getting humid though. It's hot. No camping. Yeah, I'm good. My in-laws all camp. I'm all right. I don't mind it. It's nice. That's like our lifestyle here. I would go to Disney to want luxury or theming, nice themes. I am using the dining plan, Ken. I'm using the table service dining plan. I use it every time. I'm such a particular planner that I like to sit there and calculate if it's worth it. And I know some of you too do that to see, this is exactly where I'm going to stay. Am I going to save any money? There is a dining plan calculator. You can actually go online. I don't have the link for that, but if you just type in dining plan calculator, it'll allow you to pick all the restaurants you want. And when you're on the plan and tell you how much it is and if it's worth it. I have found that I either break even or it's just a little more to get the plan. And in my eyes, if I don't have to bring money to pay for my meal at Disney and have it paid for ahead of time, yes. Only have to worry about gratuity. They take Disney gift cards for that, so I can save up that money on the gift cards if I don't want to carry cash. Plus, you can just charge it to your room if you're on the Magic Bands. Okay, staying at the 28th of Disney. Have fun, our Disney adventure. Do you guys blog or vlog your trips? Or will you? Because I noticed your name. I think I've clicked on your channel before, actually. Eastern Tasman dining is fast enough to smack them in the middle. So it was a good seat, Army wife. See, I've heard different things. I'm glad you got a good view. There may be gators. Yes, I saw one. Like, we went right after that whole ordeal. It's a swamp. It's Florida, guys. Sorry. I was upset about the circumstance. I thought Disney handled it really well. Missouri, shout out. I think it's about 17 hours to drive from PA to Disney. Yep. Yes, Caribbean Beach. There are some reviews that are not so great for that, especially if you're in the pirate room. All right. So I'm going to head out, guys. I'm going to go take care of my volleyball players. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to email me if you need anything, or visit my Facebook page and send me messages there. I do have a phone number on the Facebook page if you're wanting to talk about your upcoming trip, but keep in mind, I'm only available via e-means on phone. Thank you so much for sticking around. I will talk to you all really soon. Have a magical day. Bye. Talk to you later.